Hi everyone, it is time for a new video, and today is going to be yet another reading vlog where I read books based on a color of the cover, and that is going to be red. So this is actually the one that I started making first, but I kind of only read one book, and it was ages ago, and then I was just kind of like, should I keep making this video? But then I decided to keep making the video, obviously, because I was just reading some great books that I wanted to share with you, so it is going to be a little chaotic, and I may or may not be wearing a Christmas sweater in the first clip, but it has nothing to do with Christmas. It is April now. I have just not been able to edit on time, and I honestly have no excuses. I'm gonna be reading some fun books in here, and I hope you enjoy this video. So tell me what color I should do next, and let's just get straight into it. I got Always Practice, Save Hacks by Juliet Cross. This will be the first book that I'm reading, and I read like 16 pages, and I am already in love with it. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It is adult paranormal romance, and it's the best thing ever, and I cannot wait to read this. I literally was like, I started reading it in public and I was grinning so much and like losing my shit already at the beginning, and I could not suppress it, and so I had to put it down because I was like, I can't handle these emotions right now. So this is most certainly going to be the best thing ever. I am very far into the first read book, which is Always Practice, Save Hex. And I got to page 222, and there was a very high chance that I was not going to update you before finishing it, but since this is the first book in this video, I really wanted to, obviously. But I have just been so immersed in this book, and I just love this series so much for a million reasons. But one of my favorite things about Juliet's writing and just these characters and the world and all of it is that it just jumps straight in, and that is my favorite thing ever. And especially, to be honest, with like paranormal books or fantasy, there's obviously a lot of setup to be done a lot of the time, and it makes sense for the beginning to be slow, but at the same time, I don't like it when it is. And in this series, especially, like, this is obviously later on as well, but I honestly think the first book was like this as well, that it just like, it sets up the world and all of those like different supernatural creatures throughout the way, and it doesn't take, you know, ages to just jump into the plot. It just does it right away, and that's my favorite thing. And that is just like the tiny thing, you know, that is like just a tiny thing from the whole big amount of amazingness that, why did I say it like that? It was so weird. But yeah, this book is just incredible. I'm gonna tell you about the plot. So we have Livy and Gareth, who basically are a witch and a grimm, and they have to work on this like project together. So it's kind of like they're kind of in a competition where each of them has like a specific project that they want to work on, and then, you know, the winner is gonna get a lot of money and recognition and power and whatever, but at the same time they have to work together. And so we kind of have like dislike to love, or like annoyance to love, or like those kind of vibes. Definitely not hate to love, but Livy is kind of annoyed by Gareth. Just like in general, it's the type of thing that like she is so attracted to him, but she's like, I should not be. Like, you know, he is dangerous and mysterious, and like I should not get close to him. And she definitely has like a fear of attachment and just like some issues with that. And Gareth honestly just likes her right away, and he doesn't give a shit, and like he flirts with her happily, but at the same time, you know, like, yeah. And so the dynamic is just so fun, and I love the vibe of like the witch and the grimm, who basically what it means is kind of like a cousin of a vampire, that, you know, he has like darkness inside him and a lot of cool superpowers and this like demon voice in his head. Like not literal voice, but you know, and so he's really dangerous, and it's kind of the thing where he thinks he's too dangerous, and you know, he can't like be with Livy because she's obviously gonna be scared of him and like freaked out by the shit that he's done before. Which I'm just a sucker for. Like, we all love that in paranormal romance. We eat it up, you know? And so I'm loving this. Like, I just, again, like I've said it before, but honestly, just all these books in the series are just like that. Like they all have the same vibes and same qualities while having, you know, different character dynamics and different like kinds of plot a little bit and all of that. Like they all just are super fun, really well developed. There's like so many cool supernatural creatures, but it all makes sense together. It is emotional and fast-paced and adventurous and steamy and fun and sweet and romantic. And like what more could I possibly want? It is everything and I love it. Oh my god, I also just realized, I did not even comment on the fact that I am in my new apartment. Again, we have kind of a boring couch. I do want to get some pretty pillows and like a throw blanket to make it more fun, but I do have bookshelves now. I just did not really want to get up to go there, but I have bookshelves, so the background is gonna start being absolutely beautiful. So in the next clip, you're gonna see those, but I'm loving this. I will be finishing it super soon, and it's the best. So that is that, and I'm gonna catch up with you when I finish the book. Hi everyone, so it's me from the intro. I am here to update you on Always Practice Save Hex by Juliet Cross. So, like I already explained, I did start this video around Christmas. So it's actually been like a month since I finished this book, but I unfortunately never filmed an update on this when I finished it, so that sucks. To be honest, I'm not gonna have any deep thoughts anyways, because like I feel like I just keep repeating myself about this series and I just adore it. And honestly, there's no like deep, you know, thing to it. Like this series is incredible and I adored this book. Like, oh my gosh, the dynamic between Livy and Gareth is just delicious. And like the vibes of Gareth being like a Grimm and all those like dark vibes, like those, you know, like dark, sexy vibes are just absolutely everything. Like if you like Rhys from the ACOTAR series, you are gonna like eat this up. Like the vibe he has is very similar to that in like the best ways, and I love it. So yeah, I honestly like don't know what more to say. Like I absolutely adored this book. Every single one of these books has been 5 stars for me. I want the series to go on forever. I have now read the sequel to this also, which I don't see anywhere near me, but I will be reading that in a different vlog soon. I'm so behind on editing, but I've been reading so many incredible books. So yeah, look forward to, you know, all the content that's coming or has already been coming. I hope you've been enjoying it, but yeah, I honestly don't know what more to say. Like this was steamy and super fun and so good. The dynamic is just incredible and like I would tell you more, but like all I can say is just like if you like paranormal romance and if you've been craving good ones, like you need to pick this up. I feel like this feels like the like old school paranormal romance, but with none of the like shitty parts to it. Like it's not as violent, there's not any like super disgusting or problematic content, and it's just like so good. You know, like I just feel like it's, you know, action-packed and steamy and fun and really focused on the romance, but the plot still feels really like well developed and fleshed out and all of that. And I feel like this is also like more what I mean by like old school is like I feel like a lot of the paranormal romances coming out recently feel kind of contemporary, but with like paranormal creatures in our world, if that makes sense. And while I personally enjoy that as well, it feels super different to what this is, which this feels like it's actually like a paranormal world with like paranormal things happening. And so like that's what I meant, and I absolutely love it. So if you've been looking for that, look no further, read this series. I did recently finally buy the first book in this series, which I actually don't have next to me either, so that sucks. But yeah, I love this series with my whole heart. So I read this book and I have now started the next book. So I do want to focus on reading like physical books a lot in here, but I will not just be reading physical books. So, I mean, I have a little read stack here, but I actually don't have that many read books. The one that I definitely want to read in this vlog is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Lees, but we're not there yet. So the book that I started is, shit, I don't have my phone and I forgot, American Royalty, I think, but I forgot the author's name. I'm gonna have it on the screen. And so this is obviously a red cover. It's such a pretty cover. I love it. We have an adult contemporary romance that is also a royal romance. So this was kind of inspired by like the story of Harry and Meghan. We have our two main characters, which is Prince, and then our heroine is a rapper. And so she basically gets invited to this like royal charity type concert thingy, whatever it is. And so she gets invited to this event, but she's recently had like some scandals, and you know, she really needs to just fix her reputation and all of that, and this is kind of like a great opportunity for that to happen. She comes to the UK for this like event, and she ends up also having to stay at the house of the prince, which is obviously not just like a house. I don't know what it's officially called. You know, just like a giant mansion where they don't even live in the same fucking, you know, part of the building, but they still, you know, it is still forced proximity, which we love to see. And so they have to live in that place together for like, you know, a couple days or a week or whatever, and they instantly have an attraction to each other, but there's also just like a giant forbidden aspect. And like, yeah, I love forbidden romance. I love royal romance. I haven't read it in a long time, and so far this is really fun. I haven't quite gotten to the halfway point, but I am getting close to it. So nothing really has happened with the romance so far. Like, they don't know each other yet, but like they've met and I can feel the vibes, you know? So I'm really excited. And I haven't heard that many people talk about this book since it came out, but I do think it's going to be a really fun time. So I am listening to the audiobook. I don't know if I said that. So I do think I'm going to finish it really quickly because I've been in a really big audiobook mood. I'm going to shut up now and I'll talk to you soon when I probably finish the book. I don't think I'm going to update you while I read it unless there's something, you know, super exciting that happens. But I'll update you when I update you. I have a package to open, and I actually got another book in the mail a couple days ago. The book that I got first was The Scoundrel in Her Bed by Lorraine Heath. I am so excited for this book. Like, this is the third book in this series, but you can absolutely read them as standalones. And I read only the second book, and I was gonna go back to the first book, then read it in order, but I got this book in the mail, and the couple appears in the second book, as in not like as the couple yet, but like, you know what the story is, and I was so invested already, and I just had to jump into this book. So the red color, it's not, the whole thing is not red, and the shade is also kind of like a pinkish red. But I don't care. This is my video. It is red and I'm super excited for it. So we're going to be reading it next. So let's just open this. And it's going to be another historical romance. And I am so fucking ready. So it recently came out. It's one of my favorite authors. And like, so this is how it looks. Oh my god. So I am so fucking excited. I have a purpley pink book again. I am so happy. I literally need more of them. I was like putting together my shelves kind of in rainbow order, and I noticed like I really don't have any pink books, and pink and purple are my favorite colors, and I am so excited. So this is Her Lessons in Persuasion by Megan Frampton. Oh my god, I love Megan Frampton so fucking much. She's one of my favorite historical romance authors, and this is her latest release. It's so beautiful. So obviously we're not reading it in here, unfortunately, but I'm not really doing a vlog right now where I can read it, but we're gonna figure it out. So I'm so excited. I don't know anything about this, to be honest. I know that I saw Megan's tweets about it, but I forgot everything because like when do I ever remember synopses, you know? But I think this is the first book in a new series. I do have two more things that I want to mention to you, which is that another book I'm going to be reading alongside this one is These Are the Words by Nikita Gill. So I wasn't originally gonna include it in this vlog, but again, I can do whatever I want, and Nikita Gill is one of my favorite poets, and I love this. There are some illustrations, and I do actually highlight lines in poetry collections, and so I do have some already highlighted in here, and I actually really like doing rereads when that's the case, because like it just really makes the line hit even harder. But at the same time, like it's true that like Sometimes when there's poems that don't have highlights in them, I kind of like lose interest because I'm like, well, there's not gonna be any like super intense line, like, you know, and so then I'm like not as excited to read it. But Nikita Gill is one of my favorites, and I absolutely loved this book when I read it. So right now I feel like I haven't been in the best mood for poetry, but I think I'm getting to that. So we're gonna read it. Again, I'm not gonna like tell you that much about it anyways, but this is the plan right now. Hi everyone. So I am chilling on the couch wearing red, but you know, we are comfy. I really need to buy prettier pillows than this, but I have exciting things to talk to you about. So I finished American Royalty by Tracy Livesay, and I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It is a really fun adult contemporary romance. And again, like I said, it is kind of inspired by the story of Meghan and Harry. So it is an interracial romance, and you know, the celebrity prince pairing and all of that. If you would like to read a book that has that like setup, if you like girl romances and all of that, I do think you would enjoy this. It is definitely focused a lot on the physical relationship of the main characters. Like that is kind of what kickstarts their relationship, and you know, that they're just really attracted to each other, and they kind of enter this like friends with benefits situation almost, that they're like, obviously we can't be together and all of that. I do think that the main thing that I wish we had in this book is a little bit more of the like romantic and emotional development. It all kind of also happened a little fast. I did really enjoy it, and I absolutely loved Danny. The hero, I don't even remember his name now that I am saying this. I mean, he was fine. He didn't like, you know, I wouldn't say he's like boyfriend material, and he's not really like super swoony, but still totally fine, you know? So so I think that's like all that I can say about this book. I don't really have any other thoughts beyond this. And then I finished These Are the Words by Nikita Gill. So obviously this is a reread, like I told you, but I still wanted to obviously bring it up because like I finished it, and yeah, so I love this obviously, and like there's like some of the poems don't fully resonate with me, and so I wouldn't say that this is my favorite Nikita Gill collection, but I did still give it 5 stars again because like I absolutely love her. And even though there might be some poems that don't really resonate with me, there are just like when the poem hits me, it hits me hard. You know, like the poems in this that I love, I absolutely adored. And so I really enjoyed my reread. I'm really happy that I read it. And yes, but I definitely really need to find new poetry collections and poets, because like I just need, you know, like new writing styles and just new perspectives, new vibes, like all of that. So please, if you have any recommendations, let me know, because I am desperate. I have read so many, and I just like, I need new ones, and like it's kind of gotten a little harder to find, even though like there's millions of them, you know. I just need help. The book that I started reading, I actually got super far into. I got to like 64% or something. I wanted to update you at the halfway point, but I literally was like really struggling to stop reading. And the only thing that forced me in the end was I had to make lunch. I was super hungry, but like I really didn't want to. So I have like an hour and a half to listen to. But the book is Yes and I Love You by Roni Loren. So just a quick little explanation. This is the first book in the series, you know, we're good. But I actually read the second book for a video that is coming out after this, not directly after this, probably in a little while, but yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there, like in this video, it basically doesn't matter, but just so you know, I read the second book, and spoiler alert, I fucking loved it. And so I will talk to you about it in a different video. It was the kind of book that I was like, I don't give a shit about any of the other books. Like Roni Loren is one of my new favorite authors. Like it doesn't matter that I have read only one book, like it is absolutely a new favorite author. And I was not wrong. This book is incredible. I'm loving it just as much as the second one. I just have no words, but you know, let's move back and talk about what this book is actually about. So, our two main characters work at this like office space. I don't really know. I don't actually fully understand if it's like one company or whatever, but the heroine is a freelancer and the hero is basically selling coffee at that building, but he's also an actor and he wants to have his own theater and his own show and all of those things. And so I absolutely love the fact that he's kind of like a struggling artist. Not that that would be a unique concept, but I feel like I love books about celebrities. You know, I mentioned it. Did I mention to you? Yeah, that I want to read The Decoy Girlfriend, which we're going to get to at some point. And so I love books about celebrities, all that. That's cool. But I feel like in a while, I haven't read a book about a celebrity who, I mean, like, a book about a person who is in the like entertainment industry but isn't a celebrity yet, if that makes sense. So I love that, absolutely love that. I feel like it is kind of like really relatable, you know, and I just really like it. So yeah, and I love the two of them. So basically, yeah, they work at the same space, and so they run into each other, and the heroine basically reacts kind of like in an awkward way to seeing him because she's attracted to him, and she panics, and so he thinks that she doesn't really want to like have anything to do with him and she doesn't want to talk to him, but she in fact most certainly does. And so they kind of start this super cute friendship and they text a little bit at the beginning and it is just like absolutely amazing. And then there's a lot more that goes into it, but I don't want to go too far into the plot because like I absolutely loved finding out how it continues, and so like I'm just gonna let you discover that. But they definitely get close as friends first, but they have so much chemistry. I absolutely fucking love it. And we also have the heroine has Tourette's and anxiety, and the hero has ADHD, and like all of that. I absolutely love how it's incorporated into the story and the way that they talk about it and the way that they just care for each other. This romance feels just so beautiful and so fucking healthy. And like, that is just like the best thing ever. Like, I want this. Like, it is just, it's so caring and it's so sweet, but still passionate and exciting. And like, I cannot even express just how much I love it and how hard it's hitting me in the feels and like all of those things. It is everything. And I have no words. So yeah, I'm so happy that I'm reading it. So I'm listening to the audiobook like I think I said. And so yeah, I'm gonna go read now. I'm gonna read the whole thing. So very soon, I might be still in the same position when I talk to you, but very soon today I'm going to update you when I finish it because I never want it to be over, but like I need to be reunited with them, you know, even though like it's been just like a couple hours since I stopped reading, but this is exactly what I need right now, so we're gonna read it. We are in the same spot, but I'm gonna make this update really quick. I also look really rough and extremely pale, but I need to talk to you. So we're not actually, oh my god, I just realized I did not film an update on Yes and I Love You by Roni Loren. So let's do that first, even though like I don't know how I'm supposed to do that quickly, but I should have also done that update right after finishing it because I finished it like a week ago now, and I was telling myself that I would just talk to you once I started the next book, but then I got super busy and I haven't started the next book. This book was just absolutely incredible, and I don't want to say that I loved it even more than What If You and Me, which it is so stupid that I read that book first, even though it's the second one, you know, anyways. And like the way that I'm going to talk to you about it another time in the next vlog where I read blue books, you know. But whatever. This, I can absolutely officially say that Roni Loren is joining my favorite authors. I feel like I'm just gonna keep repeating myself because like I have no words for how much I loved this book. Like I would die. I would absolutely die for Holin and Jasper, and the romance was just like so fucking beautiful and sweet, but passionate and tender and safe and everything I could ever want in a romance and in real life. Like, absolutely a fucking dream. And it is just so soft and wonderful, and their connection is so strong, and it is just the best thing ever. And I need to buy the physical copies as soon as possible because, oh my god, I need to own it. I need to read it again, and I will absolutely be reading the third book really soon. I love this book so much. I love the series so much, and, you know, again, stay tuned for my thoughts on the second book, but they both feel the same, but they're really different. Like, the stories and the characters are different, but like all the qualities are there, and I cannot recommend this series enough. Again, it is most absolutely romance. It is not literary fiction. It is some of the best romances I've ever read. Like, this is definitely joining my all-time favorites, and I am speechless. I will definitely talk to you about this book again, but right now, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, words cannot describe how much I loved it, how incredible I think it is. I am here to do an update and to wrap up this video. So I actually have one more book to mention to you, and I don't know how I will edit this video, but I was going to read more physical books, and that just did not happen, and I've been like postponing wrapping up this video because I just started putting too much pressure on it. However, the one last book that I did read that I haven't told you about is called Sugar Sugar by Lady Marie. And this is a book that I kind of randomly read into, just figuring out, you know, what other books I wanted to read in this video, and I needed something short and easy. And this is a novella that is on Kindle Unlimited, and it's basically like a sugar daddy situation where the two main characters have this like I don't know what to call it, not like deal, but just like they have a situation where the hero basically just pays for a lot of things for the heroine, and he takes her to like different events and all kinds of things, kind of like as a date, but they're not actually dating. It's like kind of platonic, but both of them do like each other as more than friends or whatever this is. And at the same time, they don't want to kind of, you know, like cross the boundaries and stuff. And it's about them like figuring out how to actually, you know, face the feelings and get together in a deeper way. And it is really fun. I felt like even though it was short, the chemistry and connection between them was really strong, and it was just like a fun, short, steamy story that I just like, you know, read really fast, and I got really excited to read the author's other books. There is one other one, and hopefully others coming soon, but obviously a red cover and a really fun book. So I would say more about this book, but honestly, like, I mean, it's short. I don't want to spoil anything else. It's not really about anything else, but it was awesome, so definitely recommend it. And so that is going to be it for this video. It only took me, you know, like 4 months to put together. That like is completely fine. But I'm gonna put my shit together, okay? I'm putting it out there in the universe that I'm gonna put my shit together. I'm gonna start uploading on schedule again. Hopefully by the point that this video comes out, I have a lot to put out before this one. By the time that this comes out, hopefully I'm going to have my shit together a little bit more. So anyways, again, please let me know what color I should do next time, because I did have a lot of fun doing this. And yeah, let me know how you're doing, what you've been reading, how life is treating you. And I hope you're all doing well, and I'm going to see you soon in another video. Bye!